How is everyone today? This is our first week of instructions. Last week we recorded from Eagle Sports Shares, and of course I'm Barry Ewing. Our first piece of equipment we're going to talk about is the race runner. Now a lot of you may not know what this is. This particular race runner is owned by Blaze Sports here in Atlanta, and I'm going to go over a little bit all about it. So, because some may not even know what a race runner is. A race runner, you sit on the seat and you touch with the balls of your feet touch the ground. You have to adjust the seat height so just the balls of your feet touch. Because as you kick, it propels the race runner. Now, this is mainly designed for where someone may have CP or certain ambulatory problems that they just can't walk efficiently. What you have to know about these things is they are very fast, and for the most part they're very stable. Because it's steered like a bicycle, but it is a three-wheeled unit. So, you have to get used to sitting on the seat and kicking and howling. But the reason I've chosen a race runner this week is this is a unit that can go out to the park. In our times of COVID-19 these days, we don't get on all the tracks. There's certainly no events. But with a race runner, if you have a child or adult that could use this type of equipment, it would be great to go to a park and use. They learn how to use it. A flat one, because it does have a lot of speed to it. It steers with the handlebars just as I want to say like a bicycle, but it doesn't lean. You steer it. We put a brake lever on the front of it to stop it by the front wheel. Now, you'll notice that on the back wheel, it has a parking brake. That's just to lock it in place if you're sitting and waiting. All these pads have the variation of chest pads, because what you want to do is when you sit on this, is leaning up here against it. And when you're sitting on the seat, the width of the seat should keep you from sliding backwards. And what this is, and how you might ask, well, how do you know how you have the right race runner? Okay, what you have to do is have to stand up, measure from the floor to your straddle. That tells us how to basically build this seat, how high to build it. Then we have to know things like height and all the widths are different. We can make a general one. This one's for Blaze. They use it a lot of different people. Okay, but what they do is when you're running here with your feet, you have to have enough room. So you have to have them extra wider than you actually are. Several inches. I mean, if your hip width is a 14, you should just about use an 18, just for safety reasons. They have screw-on rear wheels. We used to build them with 571, which is a 26-inch rear wheel, but we went to 700C. And all of them have 25-inch front wheels, which are quick release that we put on there so that you can take them off easily, such as with a bicycle. Now, we don't have stops like as we do with racers. You steer the whole time because your propulsion is with your feet. So you can handle the steering all the moments, all the way around the track or all the way on the walkway. And these aren't, like, as I keep saying, these are very fast units. So if you go to a park, you have to get to a park where there's very, very few people. Now, which that's great for social distancing. but you don't want to run over anybody. We want to stress safety, 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 safety. Make sure that if you're using these, you have plenty of room to use these. And this, as I said, it's adjustable, so because some people like to lean forward into this. Some people do it standing nearly straight up. Handlebars, they can be turned up, turned backwards, lots of variations of these. So, and the seat here. The seat is set up so that it can slide backwards, slide up, and that way you can do lots of fine tuning for this. And that gives you the enjoyment of like riding a bicycle, which is sometimes very difficult with certain people. But it's a sports unit that's very usable. And it's very usable nowadays. Not the first reason I chose this, because we stress social distancing. So this is something that you could go out and stay socially distanced away while you're riding your tricycle, which is called a race runner, each time. And we're going to talk further next week about other things and what sports that you can do that have distance to them. I know that playing wheelchair basketball is not supposed to be a contact sport, but there's a lot of contact to it, and a lot of rebounding the ball, a lot of that. So, and we understand this on the COVID-19 part of it, but we're trying, and we're urging all organizations to help figure out what's safe and what's not safe. And this is something to start with that is very safe to go out and just ride. We want to emphasize there, and the fact of this is a cost-efficient item. You know, the cost runs around a couple of $1,000. That means built and shipped to you is a little over $2,000. So now, and the thing is if you want to dress this up, and a lot of people love to invest money in things, you can go from things like putting carbon fiber wheels on it. You can put higher dollar seats, titanium handlebars. So sky's the limit in these things. And then these are items that a local bike shop could put on for you, a lot of it. So that if you feel comfortable working with your local bike shop, you could. So at Eagle Sports Shares, we try to design equipment that gives you your local opportunities, and the fact that you can buy equipment that maybe a bike stop or store has never seen. But they would love to have you out riding the Strike here, just like a lot of the other bikes. So the unit is a mix between a running and a riding. It's just getting it so that it works for you. Not everyone else, you. Because it does take a lot of adjustment to just get it just exactly right for your height, your width, and you could buy a wider one a little bit, and adjust the seat for several different people. You want to think about that in a lot of the programs. Because I know a lot of programs are so tough right now that they're having problems with money, with how they want to schedule events, and everything else. So this is something that even your event coordinator could do with you on a one-on-one not have the whole team out there. This is something to learn one-on-one. And I'm stressing this because I think this is a good start to a lot of these little infomercials so that. So, as you see in closing here, handbrakes, steering, screw-on wheels, adjustable seat, parking brake, and then the sky's the limit on what you would like to do to this. I mean, we do Eagle Sports Shares, we design equipment that hopefully the customer likes. Cause we are not a one-trick pony. We build a lot of different equipment for a lot of different sports. Maybe something that I may talk about next week, maybe fencing. That's a sport that's only really 2 people are involved. The sword touches it the bestest, but it's really not a touch sport. So we may talk on it next week because I know there's a lot of fencing people out there that would love to get more participation. That's the reason there's lots of race runners out there. It's just you don't see them as popular as much, but we want to get it a little more popular. So, that being said, if you have any questions, send them into accesseagle@gmail.com. And if we have to go over anything again, we will again. So, keep sending your comments in because we're reading all of them and we want to make sure we answer your questions. So, you have a good day.